You know, some people wonder, why do I come to Summit if I don't live here? Well, because I come to Summit. That's really doesn't have to go any farther than that. Through the chair to Mr. Giacobe, if you could pay attention and maybe respond to this. I have a formal complaint here that I'm submitting. Mr. Giacobe, if you would look at me, please. Or not.
This is now our public comment section of our meeting. If there's anyone from the public who wishes to make a comment, please approach the dais, give your name and your address, and please, in order to have everyone's heard, please limit your comments to 3 minutes or less, please.
My name is Davita Williams. I live at 2 Weaver Street, apartment B4 at Summit Housing. I just have a brief statement. I was kind of rushed. I apologize for my appearance. I didn't know I was going to be in a courtroom. Okay.
It's okay. You were born to be great.
Exactly.
Thanks.
I think it's a great
I'm so
shirt, a
nervous.
great outfit, actually.
Again, I wrote it down. My apologies for my time. We were told the meeting was Tuesday, but it's today. And I know it's a statement, so don't answer the questions. Okay. Question: how do they choose a committee or the staff for Summit Housing Authority? How do they choose the people that represent the tenants that live in Summit Housing? How does Jackie Roundtree renew our certifications? How does Michelle White, Jacqueline, and Jackie decide these things? For the last 2 years, I've got at least 2 extra calls to the office because they have redone my rent. And a month or 2 later, they have raised it, and then I also have to pay security on top of that. They make a payment plan, but however, I shouldn't have to go through this. I am on a steady income of disability. I have a senior that is in high school that has a 4.0 GPA, and we've done so well in housing for the last 10 years, but in the last 3 years, things have been very difficult. Michelle White, every time I speak to her, it's a different story. Why do we have to be certified to have some type of tenant get together? Her and Michelle stated that they would not even listen to us unless we were HUD certified in a tenant association. Today, this week, we came out of our pocket, made copies, and sent flyers to everyone just to get a 1, 2, 3 question answered. How do you feel about housing, maintenance, and the grounds? We have an overwhelming response of over 60-some people when at every meeting there's no more than 1 or 2 people that show up in the monthly meetings because they're scared to speak out towards housing. We receive a yearly exterminator list. We receive yearly exams of our apartments, but however, we get notices sent at the last minute. Sometimes it's a text stating that someone is on the property right now. I have a teenage daughter. Every time a maintenance man or an exterminator or someone comes, I'm not always home. She's 17. Fortunately, I was there last July, when the exterminator came and 2 strange men came to the door. I'm so nervous. Came to the door. Bottom line is,
3 minutes right now.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Ms. Williams, you're
I can email this statement to the court.
yeah, and please do. And this is a council, not a court, but your comments are really welcome, and I think we'll address some of these when council comments are made. But I'd love to hear, all of us would love to hear your statement and your concerns. So thank you.
Thank you. Also, would you like the copy of the paperwork?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
All right. Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, Council. That's a perfect example of why 3 minutes is not enough time. Come on, guys. This is one of the lower time limits that we have in municipalities across the state. If we're going to give the residents an opportunity to speak. We need to have more than 3 minutes. It's not fair. It's, something's got to, I mean, 3 minutes? People come to these meetings to put things on the public record. Yes, we can engage through emails, whether people respond or not, but people come here to put things on the public record, and 3 minutes is not enough. I think the residents of Summit deserve a little bit more, respect. I think it's a slap in the face. I'm going to keep bringing it up every meeting. I'm going to keep coming to these meetings. And some people wonder, why do I come to Summit if I don't live here? Well, because I come to Summit. That's really doesn't have to go any farther than that. But yeah, so we have some issues. The last meeting, you guys approved the ordinance for the Tatlock lighting, and then on the same meeting, you amended the resolution, and it wasn't done legally. The amendment, it wasn't just supportive or related, and through the chair to Mr. Giacobe, if you could pay attention and maybe respond to this. I have a formal complaint here that I'm submitting, and it outlines why that resolution was in non-compliance with New Jersey local bond law. You can't amend a resolution on the same night that you adopt an ordinance when it has significant changes. And they were significant changes. Mr. Giacobe, if you would look at me, please. We're not. It's substantial. That's a substantial change. The way that all this works legally, when it has to do with funds and directive of allocation of funds and stuff, that's a substantial change. That's the way the courts look at it. It's not a supportive or related change, because you're talking about finances. So I watched that whole thing happen, and that's why I said, these meetings are more entertaining than these crappy TV shows out there. I don't like the left and right politics. I like right and wrong. But yeah, this is more entertaining than these crappy TV shows out there. I don't think people are paying attention to the things they should be paying attention to. And through the chair to Mr. Boyer, I know you voted no for it. And your reason on Facebook was not the reason that it should have been. It's because it's in non-compliance with the New Jersey local bond law. You guys can't amend a resolution like that and pass it on the same night that you adopt an ordinance. You got to wait a week, then you have to give public notice, 48 hours for the amended resolution. But we really need to have an adequate amount of speaking time for the public. Show the public the respect. Give the public the respect to have them communicate with you guys on public record. 3 minutes is not enough. It's just not enough.
On cue. Thank you.
I'd like to submit this.
Yes, please, to the clerk, please.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Councilwoman Hamlet.
Yes, Council President. Ms. Williams, would it be okay if I read your statement, the rest of your statement? I'd be happy to. I know you're probably not okay with, is that okay?
That's okay.
If you want to bring it up, I'll read it for you. Where did you? So I'm going to read the rest of Ms. Williams' statement, because I also think this is important for the public to hear. I was speaking with many residents. I get calls all the time. It's been for years. It's been the most frustrating part of this job, watching these individuals suffer. I've called Congressman Kane's office several times as well to engage them. Now, these are Ms. Williams' words. Sorry, I don't know where you came off. There are a lot of children and single moms here. I feel I should be a female president for safety reasons every time outside source comes. When I need my tub retiled again, a stranger comes knocking on my door. I didn't know he was coming. There was no staff with him at that time. He did not make me feel comfortable. My daughter was home and I turned him away. I spoke to housing about it. No response except to say a different worker from the same company would be out again. I denied the work. The transportation to the grocery stores from the senior building used to be eligible for seniors and disabled persons, as well as the classes in the senior building. Why are they no longer accessible for disabled tenants? There is no sense of help coming from the SHA staff every time you come to them with a comment, not a complaint. Someone shuts you down derogatorily. It's like a smack in the face, and then you're scared of the repercussions. We used to have meeting times at 7 p.m. However, Jacqueline and them are inconvenienced, so they changed it. If no one comes to the meetings because of Jacqueline, Jackie, and Michelle's verbal attitude. When we are in a meeting with an important person, council member, fire department, as they can see, no one attends, and housing keeps up a smile and says everything is perfect, roses and daisies, but it's not. It's just three people who are scared to speak up. They're scared of what housing will do. Every time I go to a board meeting, you get to say things, but Nancy loves to cut me off as well as others, and no one from housing ever gets back to us with answers. What about grants for graduating seniors? Also maybe a raffle or some type of discount passes for our kids to go to the aquatic center in the summer. That's a great idea. Attend maybe a week or two of summer camp at the Connection or the Y. That's another great idea, Ms. Williams. We'll put you on the committee. The events you throw, no one comes but the committee and the housing staff. We put out flyers in all 3 SHA sites and asked 3 simple questions. How satisfied are you with SHA staff? How satisfied are you with the grounds and maintenance? And how satisfied are you with the conditions of your apartment? An overwhelming 60 responses. I apologize. I think you read some of this. They should say something about our office and maintenance staff. I think that might be it. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Coming. I think that's about it. I think I got the gist of it, right? But these are not my words, but I will say that I receive several calls a month. And I would say that, Matt, we should probably...
Can I just say one more thing? They took our water hose and our charcoal grills, and we had to call the fire department and tell them legally we have to be 10 feet away on Weaver Street. We have to be a room to do grill. In the summertime, we can't go to the pool. We don't have eligibility. So we rely on little things like that in the community. My daughter and myself for 17 years have been with Southern Warm Hearts, Junior League, the library, St. Teresa's. We volunteer our services for 17 years in Southern. We are part of the community. But when we come home, we're scared and don't feel like we should have to feel this way. I'm glad she'll be going to leave me for college and for a year from now, but I'm still going to be a summer night and would like this to be heard. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams.
Well, thanks for letting me read that, and thank you for all of you for coming. It's really important, and that's why we do what we do. So I hope the community and the council members, again, these days are over, and things are going to change.
I look forward to reading your memo, Mr. Anonymous.
Please do. I have another one here if you want.
Okay, yeah, I'll take a copy before I go. Also, somebody pointed out to me that our council rules, which are adopted by ordinance, are ambiguous as to when our council meetings will be scheduled. They say that we're going to have council meetings the first and second Tuesday of every month, and then later in the document it says, or as set forth in the published schedule. But not everybody would always be able to get that far. So August in particular is an issue because if people want to come to a council meeting in August, they assume it's going to be on the second and first and third Tuesdays, and there's no meeting. So we're going to make front and center. We're not going to do it this now immediately because August is over. But before we adopt the new council rules next year, I'm going to work towards making that clear that we are have a hiatus and a recess in August, and also try to put more front and center the fact that the council meetings are subject to adjustment. Like tonight, it's Wednesday, and because of Labor Day, we move it a day. So we'll make all that clear so that somebody who only has the time to glance at our rules and wants to come to a meeting knows what they can do to come to that meeting. Thank you.
May I just please say the annual notice?
Thank you.
May I just state that the annual notice I'm sorry, I just need to say, this needs to be said. The annual notice that was put out on December 16th of last year that dictated the meeting schedule time, which was in conflict with the ordinance and stuff, didn't have two supporting publications. So-
Mr. Anonymous, no one can hear you. I would suggest, I want to hear your comments. Can you just approach the dais after the meeting to tell him directly? No one can hear you anyways on the thing. We want to hear it. Just come and
You let
mention.
another woman finish with-
I know.
This is why 3 minutes is not enough.
Any other comments, please?
Not a good way to go. Come on.
Mr. Smart, we will get your comments. I want to hear it. Just, it's not productive when no one can hear you at home.
SHEP, all of the service organizations in town that came together for that task force, Delia was like the glue that stuck everybody together. Delia was recognized and invited to go to California to speak at a national conference regarding homelessness. And she is somebody that I look to as a role model for how to address these issues. And so we owe her also a huge, huge thank you for really making the task force as effective as it was and has been.
Thank you, Delia.
Thank you so much.
And that was going to be done, but this bothered me. When someone does a good deed and you're helping people and you're volunteering your time, I don't care what political party you are. I don't care if you're Republican, if you're independent, if you're a Democrat. I honestly believe that every person on this dais, at its core, is a good person. But what I found disgusting was the fact that there was clear points of Councilwoman Hamlet's efforts on what she has done, starting from her first year, 3 years ago, helping veterans, homeless, find a place to live. And yet there are 2 council members that didn't stand, but didn't even clap. To me, that's politics over a good deed, over a volunteer who gives their time. That's disgusting to me.
I agree. Absolutely.
And that's all I have, Council President.
Party politics.
Thank you.
All right, we are adjourned. Mr. Crisafulli, would you like to answer a couple questions for me? If that's a no? Mr. Crisafulli, would you answer a couple questions for my news program? Nothing to say? I think he can speak for himself. You can answer a couple questions, Dan? No? Please just say no. Yeah. Will you answer a couple questions? You can say no. I don't get it. You can't even say no. I've been trying to get a question from this guy forever. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Just runs away. Keep running, Dan. You can run away, but you can run for a seat, but you run from the press. Got it.
All right, Jen, did I see on the?
I was actually in the city late, so I got the train.
I didn't write anything down. I'm trying to, there's some things that I wanted to address. Like, it's very important. It's of the public interest. I didn't know that. One thing, I'm happy to give it to me. I can actually talk about it next time. Well, yeah, I didn't write nothing down, but That's fine. I can do that. Yeah. Oh, you guys are great. You guys answer questions. You guys engage.
Hello, I'm Dan Crisafulli, and I'm running for Summit's Common Council.
Crisafulli, oh Danny boy, the cops saw your personal toy. You cried wolf, it wasn't a ploy. Now you got security to deploy. Summit's watching, the whole town's got their eyes glued.
I'm Dan Crisafulli.
Crisafulli, Crisafulli, why did you have to tell that lie? Crisafulli, Crisafulli, wave goodbye to your political pride. A journalist, a threat you say, but the video tells another way. Now you're sweating every day, hoping the charges go away. Summit's lying, the whole town thinks you're a clown. Crisafulli, Crisafulli, why did you have to tell that lie? Crisafulli, Crisafulli, wave goodbye to your political pride.
Hello, I'm Dan Crisafulli, and I'm a striking example of just how poisoned our local politics have become.
A journalist, a threat you say, but the video tells another way. Now you're sweating every day, hoping the charges go away. Summit's laughing, the whole town thinks you're a clown. Crisafulli, Crisafulli, why did you have to tell that lie? Crisafulli, Crisafulli, wave goodbye to your political pride. A journalist, a threat you say, but the video tells another way.